Here with Oklahoma signee Jackson Arnold, 5-star, right? Best quarterback in the country? Do you have to feel like that, or is it just who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, right.
I'm going to college in 2 weeks. Who cares?
When did you feel like Oklahoma was the right spot, and how did that play out into that decision? You know what I mean?
I knew almost instantly when I went up and visited. Just the campus, the culture, the coaches, the way they connected with each other. I just knew it was a great fit for me.
Your relationship with Brent Venables first, obviously, definitely a character, someone who could recruit hard too. What's that like, and what do you just think of him?
I love Coach V. I think he's a great guy, a great coach, and he's kind of your hype man. You know, over there getting worked up, getting everybody, getting those juices flowing, getting the energy going, and that's the guy I want leading me out of the tunnel on game days.
You're going to be in the room though with probably Jeff Levy more than anybody. And how's that relationship been? And the way he runs his offense seems like perfect for what you do.
Yeah, I love Coach Levy. Again, great guy, great coach. Connected super well with Coach Levy, and that dates back to when he was at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
He was one of my first handful of offers. So just believing in me early on just really made it feel special, almost that he trusted me early on and stayed on me throughout the whole recruiting process and just got super close with him.
What are those meetings like? Do you and your parents and coaches, quarterback coach or whoever, sit down and be like, this is what he does well, how are you going to put it on, or does he put you with the board? Take us inside like the actual meetings so you can kind of connect through the recruiting process.
I mean, most of the time it's just me and Levy one-on-one.
Yeah.
I mean, I talk to a bunch of the coaches. Like, it's not just offense either. Like, I talk to Coach Valai a ton, Coach Hall a ton. Whenever I'm up there, Coach Bates, Coach Chavez, and they're all texting me and stuff. So I'm close with the entire coaching staff. But most of the time on calls, I'm calling Coach Levy. Most of the time, it's not even football. It's just checking in with each other. Talking about the future. How excited he is to get me up there. Future opportunities that we're going to have up there, and recently it's been tailored to more football stuff just because I've actually got the playbook, I've looked through the plays, and to answer your question earlier about the whole offense, it's almost the exact same offense we run in high school, so it's going to help me transition a ton, or it's going to help me transition to really good in college because most of that stuff I've already ran. I'm used to it, I'm used to how it plays in game and the style of it, so it's going to help me transition really well.
I live in California, so I'm used to California quarterbacks showing up to a meeting with 6 quarterback coaches, a business manager, and an NIL expert. It's just a little different. What does that playbook look like? And don't tell me the plays, but is it pretty thick? I mean, it's pretty extensive, and how much have you kind of jumped into it?
Yeah. A lot of pages, a lot of plays, extremely complicated.
Yeah.
It's built that way on purpose. Tempo, fast-paced, so pretty signal-based. So just learning all that stuff is going to be tough, but I'll get it down. And I haven't done too much. I know all the formations and stuff, but most of the stuff that we'll learn, I won't even learn until I get up there, January 14th. So right now it's kind of the base stuff, whether it's coverages and certain plays you run into coverages, techniques of the D-line, formation, just all that general stuff.
Yeah. You've talked about this a lot, about how the offense is very similar to Denton Guyer. How important was that as you looked at it, and just the comfort level of being able to do what you want to do,
Yeah, it was huge. I never let that sway me away from other colleges who ran like a pro style or whatever, because I think I could fit into that too and learn it and be very successful in that. But the fact that it is very similar, the fact that he's at a place 2 hours away from my home and such a great coach, it fit super well.
Yeah, you ran for a lot of yards in high school. Is that the intention at Oklahoma? Have you talked to them about maybe getting some of those designed into those, or you maybe don't want to take the hits at the college level?
I mean, it's pretty much built into Coach Levy's offense, the quarterback run game. He ran Matt Corral a lot, and so I definitely am not opposed to it. I would love to use my legs in college.
Yeah. What do you think you compared to as a quarterback? There have been Baker comparisons, Baker Mayfield. There are some others. Where do you kind of see you fitting in that sense,
I really couldn't tell you. I really don't know.
No, yeah.
I want to say almost like a Jalen Hurts type.
Yeah.
Like Yeah,
Sure.
so. I mean,
Sure.
I don't know. Just
I think you're a better passer as a high school player than him.
Thank you.
Not as physically gifted,
Yeah,
maybe.
he was freaking strong in high school. That's
Jacked up.
insane.
Jacked up, yeah. No knock on you, of course. And just to brush on the Peyton Bowman situation, obviously you're teammates with him and friends and stuff. As that went down in the last week, obviously happy that he's now at Oklahoma, but just kind of walk me through what that was like as you saw it go down and stuff.
The day of when he signed with Oregon, it just, to me, like I always thought he was going to Oklahoma. He never actually told me. He wanted to keep me on my toes, and sure enough, he kept me on my toes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Picked Oregon, and I don't know. It didn't feel right, and I didn't. I mean, I was gonna be happy for him regardless.
Sure.
Like wherever he goes, wherever Peyton Bowen wanted to go and thought was best for him, I was gonna be all for it. And he picked Oregon, and the day went on. He never sent his letter to Oregon. The day went on. Then I started. I talked to him that night. Just walked through some stuff with him. What he did, what he wanted in college, what he didn't want. And it was already pretty late. He had to make a decision pretty fast. And I'm not going to speak for Peyton, but I think Peyton ended up where he wanted to go. I'm super happy for him.
What were those conversations like? Like him saying, "Damn, I didn't want the day to go like this," sort of thing. Or?
Pretty much. Kind of regretted stuff that he did.
Yeah.
But I told him, it's in the past now. You have a chance to do what you want to do and to make it right. And I think very mature of him for that.
Sure.
The post of him when he committed to Oklahoma, just the apology letter, everything. Very mature of him, and I think he handled that situation right. Maybe not everything before, but he cleared up some things really well and handled that situation.
And that's the thing, like his perception. There have been goofballs that have gone through recruiting, believe me, but that's not him or the guy you know.
No,
right?
it's
not at all.
him.
Yeah.
That's what I thought when he picked Oregon. That's not like him, but that apology that he put out and everything, that is Peyton Bowen's character.
Yeah.
And, he got a lot of backlash for that. But I think it was really man of him for him to step up and put something out like that. Most kids wouldn't do that. Most kids would just flipped to Oklahoma and just left it at that. But I think it was very, very mature of him to step up and kind of clear the air.
And believe me, the backlash you're getting from people on Twitter is not exactly the people you should be caring about.
Exactly.
Their opinions. Now at Oklahoma with you, you said you're excited about it. Obviously, have a roommate. How excited are you about that future in Norman with him?
It's super excited. It's always, well, actually, I can't say I always. I'm saying it's going to be great to go to college with somebody I know with a familiar face, someone I can lean on in my corner that'll support me throughout everything. I'm not saying that other guys in the class aren't like that. Like I'm close with everyone in the class almost, but it's nice having somebody that I've kind of grown up with throughout middle school and high school to be there with me.
Perfect. That's Oklahoma quarterback signee Jackson Arnold here with Adam Gorney.